In the European Union, we have our cybersecurity strategy. We launched this strategy in the year 2013. So we already have a NIS directive, a Network Information Security Directive, and this is also a remarkable step forward to deal with those cyber threats. We launched also cybersecurity public-private partnership project, and we would like to engage additionally 1.8 billion euros to deal with cybersecurity issues. But it's not enough. As we know, those cyber criminals, they are working as an industry already. We have some new threats we even didn't think we would have in the year 2013, and it's clear we have to prepare a new cybersecurity strategy. Just in this year, in the United States, they will use $19 billion US for cybersecurity, and we will dream to involve additionally 1.8 billion euros with our cybersecurity PPP project. In the United States, 80% of cybersecurity research funds are coming from military budgets. In the European Union, just 20%. And once again, because of fragmentation, this 20% is much less than 20% in the United States, because 28 member states, they are dealing maybe exactly with the same issue, but separate in 28 countries. So, a month ago I was in Washington. I had some meetings also with the politicians there in Washington, and I would like to say that I had to say, people were pretty worried about the Internet of Things. According to some prognosis, we will have 50 billion connected devices globally in the year 2020. But as we know, those bad guys were able to create botnets based on the Internet of Things. And they used those botnets to generate those DDoS attacks, and to take down even global service providers. Denial of services attacks. We have to try to create global cybersecurity standards for the Internet of Things. Because we know that some producers producing lamps or air conditioners or refrigerators or vacuum cleaners connected to the internet, they are not paying any attention on security measures. And we know also, if there are some kind of security measures, by default factory settings, then people, when buying new mobile phone or tablet, they are ready to change those zeros into their birthdays, and they think then their devices are well protected. But when buying new air conditioner or vacuum cleaner, they don't think they have to pay attention on some kind of by default factory security settings. We have to pay much more attention on cyber hygiene. All the people, they know that before eating, for example, it's useful to wash hands. But people, when talking about cybersecurity, they think somebody else has to take care about those issues. It's not about ordinary people, it's up to CERTs, up to governments, up to Commissioner Ansip, and somebody else has to take care about those issues, and people, they cannot help somehow. But according to some, analysis, we can cut even 80% of those DDoS attacks when our people, they will pay attention on cyber hygiene. They will change those by default security settings, etc. So those cyber criminals, they work as an industry, as I said, and they have 3 data flows. The cooperation between criminal groups is also in a very good shape. But once again, talking about our member states and data flows, a lot of different restrictions. It's in meaning of law enforcement. It's also very complicated to get information about some criminals. We have to remember that those criminals, they have always a little bit better lawyers than officials they have. So we have to take this cybersecurity very seriously, and that's why we would like to launch this new cybersecurity strategy in the European Union. Just a few days ago, we celebrated 10 years anniversary of those riots Estonia faced in Tallinn, when we replaced bronze soldier war monuments from the city center to the cemetery. Then Estonia faced also during the 3 weeks with quite heavy cyber attacks. But I would like to say that just because of informal cooperation between different CERTs, computer emergency response teams, majority of those attacks were cut even before they crossed our borders. Those cyber attacks are many times, many cases backed also by some secret services and by some governments. And we have to remember that it's possible to deal with those attacks and those threats when we will be able to cooperate, when we will be able to share information. If everybody wants to keep this information about cyber attacks a secret, then it's very complicated for other companies, governments, institutions to protect their systems against the same type of attacks. So this Network and Information Security Directive is almost about cooperation and transparency, not in meaning transparency in meaning of tabloid media, but those who have to know, they have to get this information.